Day in the market. I hope you guys are ready for some excitement over here. We have a lot of things to talk about this morning. We have some absolutely epic looking setups. I mean, there really was nothing to do this morning aside for like a really size for zero post earnings on Celsius. We'll see what happens with that. But I was talking about a couple charts with you guys yesterday and on Twitter. We're going to cover some of those. We're going to talk about some of your favorite names here as well. But we do have the favorite for who is going to be the next Fed chair. And I mean, everybody could have seen this coming for like the last 6 months here with Waller's statements. Waller, again, was one of those first FOMC members that was coming out in support of cuts. Obviously, Trump wants these rate cuts here, so he's going to be selecting somebody who's going to be a little bit more in favor of cutting rates. Doesn't matter if that's actually the smart thing to do. Obviously, there's still the board of governors that's going to end up making that decision, and they're going to vote. But at the end of the day, if you have somebody at the Fed chair there that the president likes, maybe you see a little bit less volatility on that side. But ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, I'd love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the LTMP group, if you are new to the channel, new to the streams over here, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you absolutely nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot, spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. For those of you guys that don't know, YouTube literally demonetized me for talking about all of the epic 1000% trades that I call out to the group. So I don't know. I mean, I've given you guys, what, 4 of them in the last 3 weeks here. You guys aren't going to see results like that anywhere else. I mean, the LTMP group is where it's at. It's just absolutely unbelievable there. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more later, but make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. We're going to do our little roll call over here and then start getting into the market here. So let's see who we have. We got Eddie, Boomtown, Daily Taylor, Reaper. We have Matt, Geister, Francisco, Todd, James, GC, Basket, Chris, David. Good morning. They hate truth. They might, man. I don't know. I mean, I give out the most disgusting trades in the market all the time, and I like to talk about them. I don't know. YouTube's like, nope, can't do that. I'm like, all right, guys. It's like, yeah, Google is getting dangerously close here, ladies and gentlemen. Google is looking pretty good here. So let's see if we can get that break. That'd be very fun if we did. Thoughts on Binny? Is this what I think it is? No. Stop. None of that nonsense. So, the Fed chair stuff is very interesting. That could change a lot of things here because there is this kind of thesis here of the shadow Fed chair where if Trump announces who the next Fed chair is going to be well in advance, people are going to start looking more towards what Waller says versus what Powell says, because they're going to be looking more into the future of, okay, how are markets going to be over the next couple of years here, and what kind of tone are we going to be receiving from the most important member of the board of the Fed. So that's an interesting development here, and that is kind of what they're doing. Usually you don't see the Fed chair and the next Fed chair announced this early. So it is kind of Trump's way of saying, Powell, you're done. We're going to kind of come in here and do our own thing and just say, yeah, we're gonna announce the new Fed chair, and the market's just gonna listen to what they say. So, we got a little bit of slackers on the like button here this morning. Again, costs you nothing to do it, helps me out a whole lot. So, Google's looking pretty good here. We'll see if we can get that break. Other than that, market's just selling off of that news here. Nothing too crazy. Again, the things that we've been talking about in the market here, guys, still hold. Looking at the daily chart on ES here, this is not a good candle at all. It is nice to see us back above. I believe we're back above that daily 10 EMA here. A lot of people are calling for more downside. I think if we are going to see any downside in the market, it's just going to be a prior all-time high retest. Personally, I don't really see all that much out there right now that would cause any great amount of concern for like an April type move. I really don't. I don't really see the argument for that. There is a lot of money that still needs to come back into this market. We have that concept of TINA. There is no alternative, especially as it relates to these foreign investors that are going to be putting their money back in. You had giant outflows coming or deleveraging coming from these large financial institutions and hedge funds over the last week. Again, when this market shows signs, again, if you come up and break that all-time high, they're going to realize that they're wrong yet again and then continue up. So, but again, it is possible that we do end up making that move to prior all-time highs here, which is fine, and we should all welcome that. those of you guys that have been in the group with us, you have seen just how crazy these trades can actually be. When the market is chopping around at all-time highs like this, again, it's going to be a little bit more choppy. Those setups are going to be a little bit fewer and far between. But even on those types of weeks, like you guys saw the 1,000%er that I handed out to you guys on Walmart this week. What was it, 2 weeks ago was 6,300% on Kohl's. Then we had 3,600% on DNUT, and then the American Eagles ended up running around 1,000% too. So again, you guys aren't going to see results like that anywhere else. That's why everybody's able to have so much success in the LTMP group. That link is at the top of the live chat there for those of you guys that are interested in it. Make sure you use code August, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's see. Wait till he will disagree with the next Fed chair. He will. He absolutely will. I like it. It's very strange. Like people are gonna be like, oh my, yeah, he's gonna appoint this guy and he's gonna be very dovish. It's like, yeah, but like he's always the Fed is always going to be, let's say, as data dependent as they can be. I think Waller is going to lean a little bit more towards reality than somebody like Powell is going to. What we've seen so far this year is obviously like the Fed is treating this situation with tariffs and the potential inflationary spike as a given, when in reality that's just not the case. Why is there a now alert? Oh, downside. Oh, I think this was off. Oh, that was from like post earnings a while ago. Interesting. So yeah, Google is holding up incredibly well. This is by far my favorite setup going into the next few days here. By far, guys. Oh my God, we're 5 likes away from being at 50 already. Thank you, folks. I appreciate it. Yeah, it costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. Spreading these streams out. I don't make money from these streams, guys. All right, there's FS. Oh, are we really going to do this again? It's there if you want it. FSLR is there if you want it, guys. Those of you guys in LTMP, you guys know what to do. It's there if you want it. First one, 202.83. I'm probably staying away for that one, though. All right, team. Yeah, you guys are crushing the like button. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. That chain isn't very good. It's got a lot of resistance up in here, man. It needs a lot to get through there. It's like the third tap. On FSLR, yeah, I'm not. It's there if you want it, if you want to try it again, but I'm not going to be going near that one. You guys don't always have to just be like, ooh, follow what Vic says. I'll miss stuff sometimes, and this thing could still be the most epic trade of all time. Think about what happened with Walmart this week. I got out of it because I didn't like the drama on it, and then it runs 1,000%. Trust the strategy most of the time. Not always what I say, you know? Let's see here. Google's still holding really well. Maybe we don't get this today, but if the market pulls back up a little bit, which, I mean, this thing's just getting killed. Like, you're just getting killed in this market right now. So, it's through. This might do it. Over 190, it probably gets fun, but I'm probably going to leave that be. I really want Google. Let's check on some of the bigger names. I believe Palantir was in the morning was having a really good day. Dude, Palantir's at 183. This stock is insane. Palantir is nuts, guys. I mean, congratulations to everybody that was in this one in the 15s when I gave it out to everybody. Again, not only am I handing you guys the most disgusting trades of all time every single week in LTMP with the short-term trades, but you also get to get things like Palantir in the 15s. So great work, guys. That is absolutely awesome. Let's check on some of these other ones here. I haven't even looked at Neo today. How's that doing? Neo's popping back up a little bit here. Decent looking chart setup here, obviously on the daily, but again, this is not one that I really want to go out and trade. Did we get any news on Neo today? Let's look. Let's look. Also, like, Twitter's search feature is messed up. Like, I'm trying to find, like, old tweets of mine, and I can't find them. I don't see any news coming through on Neo today. So nothing there. But what else do we have? Hymns. Let's take a look at hymns. Broken chart here. You don't really want to be doing anything with this now. When it's time on the charts, if you want to enter HIMS again, I will tell you. I mean, I gave you guys that really, really awesome short-term trade idea here at 53.30. That was a really, really solid one. Congratulations, everybody that hit that. I mean, I could do this all day long, guys. There's so many of these epic ones. Sofi, is this? I think this chart's still broken. It's actually moving back up here. That's actually good. Again, if you start breaking to the downside of like 21 here, you probably drill pretty hard. It's still okay right now, though. That's still okay. And then AMD, where's my baby? My baby's looking good today. AMD up 5%. There we go. Google still very, 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 very strong here. D, let's take a look at D. Is that Dominion Energy? Is that what we're looking at? Yeah, utilities are actually setting up very interestingly here. XLU, yeah, these look interesting. NBTS, wasn't this no, that looks horrible. That chart looks horrible, guys. Horrible. This thing looks like it wants to drop to the 200. Terrible, terrible, terrible looking chart. Google, come on. Come on, buddy. It looks good. It looks good. What are we, August 7th? I want to price these out, see what they're looking like at different expirations, because I haven't seen them yet. I actually like that. Where is this? Yeah, okay. Aspen? Why are you talking so much about Aspen? I saw that. I was like, I don't think we looked at this thing forever. Oh, that's why I hit the 200. And, yeah, I mean, that was on a nice little move there. So are we still drilling? You might see a little bottom here in the market coming in, depending on how these candles look. Depending on how these candles look, you might see a little bit of a bottom here. But yeah, any tickers that you guys want me to talk about, go through with you guys, just let me know. Any trading questions, any investing questions, any market questions, just ask. That's why I do these streams for you guys. Again, you guys know these streams aren't monetized. I don't care. I don't need it. You guys see all the disgusting trades that I give out to LTMP every single day. You really think I need a couple $100 a YouTube revenue? No. Let's see here. I want to see. You have Aspen shares. You like the stock? Yeah, that's an interesting one. Celsius just kind of chopping around in the range here. I'd love to see Google do it. PCG, Procter & Gamble, Pacific Gas. Another utilities name that looks good. These utilities names look good, and that's usually not the best sign for the market, guys, when you start to see rotations into utilities. It's not the greatest sign. Wow, you guys are really crushing the like button today. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Keep smacking that on the way in. Let's see. We are almost at the halfway point of the 200 like goal. That's awesome. So, yeah, let's hear. Very interesting week for LTMP. Like, again, it was slow. Some of the post-earnings hit, like LMND. I know you guys hit that one. eBay was a good one kind of from last week. And I think there was one more that fired off pretty well for you guys. Match, I think, was a good one. And then the big one this week was Walmart. So what you guys have to realize about the market and trading is that, like, you got to be... I think a lot of people just think, like, one, you have to win every trade. You have to do all these, like, weird things. It's like, no. I could probably make crap loads of money with like a 30% win rate on these trades, because think about the math. Like, every single trade that I outlined for you guys has the ability to run multi-hundred and multi-thousands of percent. We talk about a lot on these streams how the outcome of an individual trade is meaningless for us. And again, just Walmart is another testament to just how dirty the system actually is. It's not hard. Like, once you guys see it, you really can't unsee it. It's crazy. But with the way the market is looking now, it might be another week going into next week where there's not a whole lot of setups. But think about it. The watch list going into this week was Walmart and Verizon. Verizon never fired off. Walmart, 1,000%. Okay. Like, what more do you want? I'm just going to keep calling them out for you guys. That's what I'm going to do. That's my job, to give you guys the most disgusting trades in the market, and I'm going to keep doing it. Let's see here. Google's still chopping around. Novo, nice bounce today. That's good. That's the only one over the last 2 years that's actually in the red for us. SoFi's been a big winner. That's been really, really, really fun. Stock's trading at 22. We got this one at 650, 655, and then I gave you guys the weekly breakout at 1360. You don't buy SoFi up here. Sorry. You don't buy SoFi up here. If you missed it, you missed it. I'll tell you when the next times are. It's the same thing with like Oscar. Like, what is this? Actually, if you clear the 200 here, like, this is another name, and again, a lot of you guys are going to continuously make these mistakes over and over and over again that are just so easily avoidable. Like, the stock was up, like, I don't know, like 100-something% in like the last 2 months. People are like, should I buy it here at 21? And I'm just screaming from the rooftops, and I'm just like, no, don't, no. Why would you do that? But now, if you can clear this 200 EMA and start flatlining here, I'd start taking a little bit of a deeper look into this one. Again, guys, there is a time and a place every single time for new purchases, and the thing that most people mess up is they're listening to these individuals on social media, these people with large YouTube followings that are just like, oh, dollar cost average into individual names, which is one of the most dangerous things that you can do in the market. It's really stupid. If you are going to think about dollar cost averaging into the indexes like SPY or QQQ, that is actually, I think, a very smart thing to do because it's very passive. The problem with like dollar cost averaging into individual names, especially like ones that people are talking about so much, is that they're incredibly volatile. So when we are able to look at these charts, I can tell you where the good risk to reward spots are for purchases every single time. And that's where you want to hit them. You don't want to be listening to these people that just have no idea what they're talking about and saying, oh, just continuously buying it, when you are going to be the ones that are pushing the stock higher. Right? Like, you're the one that is basically being the exit liquidity for people like us coming in and getting the solid entries at the lows or close to the lows or on the breakout, you know? So, Cooper Google, yeah, it looks good. If it breaks, it breaks. If it breaks, I'll take it. If it doesn't break, I won't take it. Simple as that. Looks great though. I love how this looks. So I try and get this across to you guys in all these streams that it's like, if you want to have success in the market, you got to think a little bit differently than everybody else. You're not going to be doing stuff all the time. You're not dollar cost averaging into individual names. You're not gambling on earnings. You're not doing all of these things. You should feel bored most of the time. You should feel bored. And it's very difficult because I know most of you guys like going to school or at your job. It's like there's always actions that you have to take every single day in order to feel productive. In almost every single day, the smartest thing in the market to do is, in order to actually be productive, not just feeling productive, is to do nothing. And Jesse, if team wants to give us a post-earnings setup, great. But like I just said, and I was very harsh on the stream this morning, I'm going to be very harsh right now. Don't be a fucking dumbass and start gambling on earnings. Like, I'm going to start getting a little bit testy with some of these things. It's like, I don't know how else to get it across to you guys that, like, don't do that. What are we gambling here? Go to the casino. Like, I know that's not you, but hopefully that statement there is going to be, whoa, wake some of you guys up. You're like, whoa, why would I not want to do that? Like, you got to realize there are certain actions that you can take in the market that are going to be, think about it like this. Do you think a professional in the market is going to be doing those types of actions? If the answer, yeah, I know, Jesse. I know you're just looking. But like, I want you to think about, okay, what would a professional do in this scenario? Would they be gambling and taking one-directional bets on a binary event? If the answer is no, then don't do that, because your goal in the market should be to act like a professional. If you want professional level results, you have to act like a professional. Right? Simple logic. Very simple logic there. If you want to just treat this as a game, you want it to have fun, you want to do this, that, the other, it's like, that's okay. Just don't expect to have great performance. It's very simple, you know? I want all of you guys to have great performance, which is why I sit here and do these streams and have the group for you guys, and I'm so harsh when I see those statements, because it's you see it time and time again that people just get themselves into significant amounts of trouble by doing these things. Do I ever trade the SPY? No. Here's why. You don't have an edge. People will think that they have an edge on small time frames. You don't. It's just simple as that. I'd rather operate where I have an edge, which is the larger time frames, understanding the big picture, and looking for identifying stocks that are about to explode before they do. The interesting thing here too is like you guys see, I think a lot of you guys, especially those of you guys on the sidelines or those of you that are new, you may not have seen it. Those of you guys that are joining for the first time today, it's like these moves that I show you all the time, the big 500, 1,000, 2,000% gains. Once you see how to do it and how to identify them, you're never going to want to do anything else. Like that question is like, do you ever trade SPY? It's like, well, why would I do that when I can just sit here and wait for the big trades that are going to form because they always do? Or those big fat pitch A+ setups. Like that's what I'm looking for. I'm not trying to, let's see. Lori, so that's what the start here message is for. That's why I send it to you guys whenever you guys hop in. So all of the setups that we talk about are either on the streams, but they're in the watch list section. So the ones that I'm looking at mostly are in the watch list section. Then there's the pre-market plan every single day where I kind of outline what I'm looking at just for that day in the morning. It'll change a lot depending on what happens during the market. But Lori, your first step, and this goes for everybody that's hopping into the group, the main reason why everybody is able to have so much success in there is because I run the group so much differently than a lot of these other groups. This is not a group where it's like I just say buy this, sell this. One, that's illegal. You can't do that. Anybody that's doing that, one, you can just tell right away that they really don't have. One, they just might be stupid and they just don't know, or they just don't care, and then that really kind of gives you a good indication of their moral character. What I'm here to do is to teach you guys exactly how to see the market the way that I see it. So that's what those educational curriculum videos are for. Once you go through those, they're very, very, very simple. You're gonna look at the setups in the watch list section and be like, oh, I know exactly what to do with this. And that's the most important part. Understanding the exact reasons why you're entering the trade, where you're in it, where you're gonna enter the trade, how you're gonna manage it when you're in it, and where and why you're gonna exit is the most important thing. I could make so much more money if I just said, oh, I'm just gonna alert you guys. That's not what this is about. It's about making sure that you guys have a skill set that nobody can take away from you. But once you go through the curriculum videos, ask me questions. Just like if you have questions on anything in there, that's what I'm there for. And then the watch list section, again, you're going to see the levels that are outlined. Sometimes there's not a level where I'm just like, oh, keep an eye on this one. It's looking like it's going to set up soon. And then I'll give you the level that I'm looking for. Does that make sense? So it's understanding the overall methodology and the overall trading system, and then it's okay. Here are all of the things that I'm looking at that are that qualify for the things that I teach you. Vix is a blessing. Truly grateful for this, dude. 1 of 1. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, again, I want all of you guys to have success. That's why the group is so cheap. Again, though, I mean, you guys have really had enough time to hop in, so prices are going to be going up. And part of that is I really do want only the serious people hopping into the group. So if you guys do want to hop in, lock in the lower rate too. So here's the link to join. Use code August. It gets you your first month for $1 a day. CVS, post earnings consolidation. Ooh, I do like CVS. I see what you're looking at here. I'm just not the biggest fan, especially that earnings candle. I'd give that a lot of time, you know. So I think the market is still selling off here. Yeah, so Google is still holding really, really, really well. Where's Facebook? Because this is another one we've been looking at. Facebook's still holding really well too. This is probably, even though it's a little bit of a wonky chart, this is probably my favorite post-earnings consolidation setup right now. Well, actually, sorry, that came out wrong. It's one of my favorites. Because you can let this flatline a little bit and then kind of hit it later once it breaks. Like, if this broke today, I'd probably take it. But, like, Google is by far my favorite setup right now. By far. All right, what do we got in the market here? Just selling. Again, this is some, like, a lot of you guys are gonna see these drastic movements and think that you need to take action. No. The smartest thing in the market to do 90% of the times is to sit in cash and just wait. You guys all know what happens when these big setups form, and I can almost, I said this last week, I said it the week before, it's very, very, very likely that every single week I'm going to come out and we're going to have a day where I'm just like, look guys, I told you so. I'm giving you guys the best trades in the market yet again. Walmart this week, over 1,000, I mean, it was like 1,100% for Miguel there. That was epic. Francisco, I already answered that. Why would I? You know, Why would I? It's almost like asking me, so Francisco, this is a really good analogy for this, with what you're asking me here with like trading systems and why I do what I do. You're basically asking me, you have a LaFerrari. Do you want to drive a beaten down Toyota Corolla? I'd be like, no, right? I don't have a lot. This is just an analogy or metaphor, whatever. But that's basically, in my mind, what that sounds like, because again, like, we have such a great system. It works so well. We know what it's going to generate us over time. Why would we drive the beaten down 1990 Corolla? Why would we do that? You know, XYL and CMS. That looks interesting. This is not the right ticker. CYS. What is it? CMS, sorry. And that's a really nice look. Dude, these utilities names are setting up really well. But that is effectively what you're asking. You're like, oh, you have this epic thing right here. Do you want to do this? It's like, no, I want to do this. You know? Lizard. That was funny, Critical. I like that. You guys are great. We have an awesome group in there, especially those of you guys. And my favorite thing is seeing those of you guys that are new coming in. Sammy's a great example. Or Sam, I think his name's Sam. Great example of this. Coming in, just learning and then nailing some of the most disgusting trades in the market, man. It's awesome to see. All right, fine, Romeo. I could probably come up with a better thing. It's like, imagine your favorite food. You're about to eat your favorite food, and then somebody's like, do you want to eat this like food that's like 5th on your list? You'd be like, no, I'm going to eat my favorite food. That's how I feel. You're like, and then it's the same thing when people are like, oh, do you want to buy a stock that's up like 400% in a month? It's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I was, however, though, talking to the Discord today, and I was like, I kind of want to start taking more risk. You know, I'm young, and I can afford to take a lot of risk if I want to, especially in the position that I'm in. I just don't, you know? Like, it's almost like a, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. Try and fix it kind of thing. It's like, we've done so incredibly well over the years, especially from the, like, an investing side too, where it's like, do I really need to be taking more risks? Like sizing in some of these positions have gone up over the years, which is nice. It's always fun to see. Start hitting things with some more size. But like, even when you guys see me trading these like short time to expiration contracts, like, we're doing one of the most risky things that you can do in the market. Like, don't get me wrong, like, trading short dated options is risky. That's why it's always size for zero, held to the targets. But like, we do it in a very risk averse way. Like, if there's drama, like Walmart, I just cut it. But again, that came back to bite me a little, because those would have run big time. Just not sure where to look in the Discord. Yeah, it's all on the left. Yeah, it's all on the left there. So in the less trades, more profit section, you got the stock swing watches, the crypto swing watches. Actually, the crypto ones, we actually might have some pretty dirty crypto ones this weekend. Maybe time for the $1,000 challenge. Ooh, we could do that. I don't know if I'd do it with the market looking like this, though. That would actually be fun. Do a $1,000 account challenge. I don't know though, because like the problem then becomes like, you guys are gonna, it's bad habits. Like, I would trade it like a freaking degenerate. Which I don't want you guys to see, like, as an example, you know? I want you guys to see me. That's why I haven't done one, because I want you guys to see a good example in the market every single day. Kimberly says, LTMP is literally the best thing out there, and SCB is spot on. A lot of trades that might make you salivate in the past, you'll look at them now and say, I'll wait for the A+ setup. Yep, 100%, Kimberly. Thank you for the kind words, too. I want Google. I want that one. I'm hunting. I'm just waiting patiently. I'm like a tiger in the tall grass. I'm waiting. Yeah, eBay does look interesting too for a post-earnings consolidation setup. Yeah, hopefully these streams, you guys are finding value in these. A lot of it is like the psychological elements of the market, because like what I say too, in the way that I think about things, I think like trading psychology and market psychology is kind of like BS. I don't think it's real. I don't think that listening to any video or reading a book is actually going to change the way that you think, because all of your the way that you view the market is going to be how well you know and trust the system that you're using. Like, do you guys, the reason why I'm able to sit here and then you guys say, oh, what about this? And I can just sit here and be like, I just don't care, is because I know what's like going to happen over time with the way that we operate in the market. There's no need to do it. It's like, why would I, like, so that, and then if you think about like, oh, risk management, it's like, well, that's taken care of by the strategy too. So what it really always comes back to is actually having a repeatable process and approach to extracting money out of the market over time. That's what it's about. So, yeah, you guys have that link floating around there. Use code August to get your first month for 50% off if you want to. It's not A+, then it's just meh. Yeah, Google, I would say, it wasn't A+ before, but it's turning into one. Like, this would be one that I'd actually be all right with taking some more risk on. I'd probably get September's, though. That's probably what I would do with it. You waiting for Google? Yeah, I love it. It looks really good, man. Like, real good. I'm just hunting. But yeah, keep smacking that like on the way in, guys. Helps me out a whole lot spreading these streams out. I mean, you guys know these streams aren't monetized. Neither is the YouTube channel anymore because of all the 1000% gains that I've handed out, which is a crazy thing to say. I never thought that that would happen. Like me talking about all the crazy gains. How do you feel about ending the Fed? In general, or like realistically? Realistically, you can't really do it. It's like having like an alcoholic and then just saying, how do you feel about them stopping drinking alcohol? It's like, well, ideally they stop drinking alcohol, but if they do, they die. You know? Like the amount of liquidity that they add to the system, the treasuries that they hold and that they purchase, like the way the manipulating interest rates, like at this point, I get the whole argument for the Federal Reserve's messing with stuff. 100% I'm with you. The problem is in reality, if you did that, the system does kind of go. So that is the issue. The other thing that's very interesting about like the banking system, especially now with the reserve requirement being at 0. I mean, in reality, the banks they do have reserves, but like when people talk about, like, you see like the people on the internet, like these red pill guys are like, money isn't real. It's like, okay, well, explain that, because it technically isn't. But like when you think about like fractional reserve banking, it happens with shorting in the market too. So like there's it's like rehypothecation. So like let's say I put money in the bank, 100 grand, let's say 100 grand in the bank. What's so bad about resetting the system? Okay, well, we'll talk about this. I'll talk about this now. What's actually wrong about resetting the system is that unemployment goes to, I don't know, 30%. You have widespread homelessness. You have incredibly high amounts of social division. Society falls apart by resetting the system. It's anarchy is what happens. Because think about it like this. Like we do live in like it's not a free market. It's sort of capitalist. Like if you think about what actually happens if like everything just goes boom and it tumbles, what happened in 2008? And then you also have to think about the actual counter actions that are going to be taken, which in all cases are going to make the problem worse. Like QE 1, 2, 3, 4 made the problem worse. The typical person almost has nothing to lose. They actually have everything to lose. That's the problem. The typical person is the one that loses in this situation, because the wealthy are going to have their assets tied up in a lot of different things and be diversified. So even if like lots of their portfolios, the houses and everything goes down, they will still be fine. Won't everything emerge more free in the end? Right, but what's the time frame on that? It's not a year. Is it 5 years? Is it 10? Is it 20? Is it 50? It could be 50 years of just like, oh shit. So that's also kind of one of the reasons why I kind of do what I do here too with you guys. Like I have a gift at one, analyzing markets, and then also being able to help you guys make money in the short term. The messages that I get a lot from everybody about the amount of gains that they've been able to make, not only like just over the years, in the different like quality of like the different things that they're able to do with the money that they generate, is like it's I'm doing like my part to help. Won't we emerge more free in the end? You're kind of thinking a little bit too idealistically, I would think. 420, I would say I get it. Like it's almost like communism. Like, all right, sounds good on paper, but then when it would actually go, because you're still, the problem that you're the thing that you're missing is that we're still operating under the same system. So like think about COVID. Everything shuts down. What do? They just print a bunch of money. They will do if we ever have a crisis like that again, they won't let it fail. There's too many things too many bad things that will happen if they were to let things go like that. So I get it. So what you can do instead, 420, is you can try and hit things in a different way. And one of them is actually student loans. I have an interesting thought on student loans. I mean, there's not much happening in the market now, guys, so this can be fun to talk about here before we kind of get back into everything. But student loans should not be guaranteed by the federal government. They really should not. There's no underrating. You want rich people in the suburbs to grow gardens to survive, teaching them a lesson about survival? That's kind of strange. I don't really understand the whole like hatred of rich people. It's really jealousy. If you think about it logically, it's all jealousy. No matter if it's somebody who made their money in let's say it's an unethical way, it's still jealousy. If it's a trust fund baby, it's still jealousy. It's a very weird way to look at things. I just don't get that. I don't think that that's a smart way to operate in life, and I don't think that does anything for you, because you're never going to tax them. Cut taxes at 1% for anybody making less than 100K to start. That's actually, I mean, cutting taxes for people down there, that's not a bad idea. But let's see, what was I going for here? What were we talking about? Oh, student loans. So the problem with what a lot of policies have done, like these big shifts over time, is that everything sounds really good in practice, and it's like a moral good. Like it's the argument for certain things are a moral argument, and it's not necessarily an argument that makes sense in reality. So like if you think about education, the way that people view it is they'll say, oh, typically people are going to have better outcomes in their life if they're better educated, which technically is true. The problem then becomes is then, okay, in reality, how are you going to get all of these people this education? It's expensive. The colleges do all of these things. And when the government steps in to help, which is never a good thing, you then have a situation like we see now where the cost of education in getting the education is actually more harmful to people. So what I think, I mean, I was just kind of thinking through this the other day. What I think we actually should do is have different, one, you shouldn't have these big universities with like these crazy amenities and spending and all of that stuff. I think that's silly. That's not what you're there for. The other thing is you take the government out of it and you let the capital markets decide. So different majors should have different tuition costs. Like if you want to go study poetry at some major university, great. We need artists in society. We want people to be able to read and learn these things. But you shouldn't be paying 150 to 200 grand total in order to get a freaking poetry degree. It doesn't make any sense. But the capital market should also decide, one, based on the level of institution that you're going to, and also two, the major that you're in, and also the actual aptitude of the person that you are in order to determine the interest rate, and actually if you can get the loan. Like there's no underwriting on these loans. They just give them out, and you also can't get rid of them in bankruptcy. So why would we then try and saddle these people with all this debt? Let like the large banking institutions do it. They're better at it than everybody else is. But if you were to say that, people would be like, oh, you just don't want people to get an education. It's like, no, I want the people that are actually going to go get the education to not be saddled with crazy amounts of debt. Like maybe let's just say, like it's tiered. And when the government gets taken out of it, these universities will make less money, but these endowments are actually crazy that they have. They're ridiculous. So you let the capital markets decide. They underwrite them. They decide the interest rates. You shouldn't have the government doing this. It's very similar to why home prices increase so significantly with these 30-year mortgages, and why cars got so expensive. It's the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, and then people try, and this then gets more political, but a lot of the time what people will do is they'll try and sub big government problems with bigger government. They're like, oh, everybody's struggling with like all this student debt. It's like, let's let the government subsidize more things and take more control. It's like, yeah, but that's the whole cause of the problem in the beginning. I don't just like, that doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. Like, just logically, like, oh, the problem is coming from government, like, being too big and having their hands in too many things because they're inefficient and they mean well, but they're not going to be able to actually generate positive outcomes over time. Okay, so then why would you want more of that? I don't know. To me, that doesn't make sense. You know? But the student loan thing is crazy. Healthcare is another. Healthcare is a tough one. Nvidia until earnings looks pretty good today. But also, like, when you're going into earnings like this, yeah, like, you are a decent ways away, but there's nothing to do on this. SMCI, no, this is no man's land. You don't want to go anywhere near this. Bounce off the 200, that's not bad, but after these big gap downs on earnings like that, you don't want to be going near any of these things. So, I don't know. And then it's just like, get public aid. Well, there's actually another argument too. This is another part of it that I was thinking through. I go, well, if it's possible to make the public institutions free, like high school, like if you could figure out a way for the government to do that, and then the actual private institutions are more expensive, so that it's like high school. Like, you could do something like that, but I think it would cost too much. Google entry point at those current levels. Jose, it's in the watch list section in the Discord. It is in the it's all over Twitter. I think I posted it on Instagram. It's for the short-term trade. It's very simple right here. 198.70. Remember, my favorite phrase: pay attention or pay a premium. Yeah, healthcare is a tough one. Nvidia doesn't report earnings today. Market's just leaking out here. There's not going to be much to do. Doesn't fix healthcare costs. It makes it worse. Right. Oh, Jose? Oh, did you just hop into the group? Oh, sorry about that. Welcome, buddy. Hold on. My bad. I thought you were in there already. Yeah, it's in the watch list section. This is one we're talking about for free on YouTube here. 198.70, but the thing is, for all of you guys that are hopping into the group, don't take any trades until you go through the learning curriculum videos. That's critical. AI professors will make education effectively free in the future. Yeah, the other thing too is, like, guys, look at me. Like, I'm a weird example of, like, college. Because, like, remember, I've been learning about, like, the financial markets and everything since I was 14. Like, I never really went to class my senior year, like, when you're actually doing stuff for your major, because I already knew all the stuff. Like, excited? Welcome, everybody. Give Jose a nice warm welcome to the group. But just think about me, guys, and, like, markets, and why I did the mastermind for you guys last year, which we probably could do again. We could do another one for you guys, too. College level education and finance, but, like, not actually, like, the stuff that they teach you, the stuff that's actually useful. Like, I got 0 from it. Nothing. I think there was maybe one class that I took in college where I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is cool information that I didn't know, or that I couldn't figure out on my own. None, literally none of it. What do I do now? I talk about stocks on the internet and I trade. Like, even for like something like fine, it's not really worth it. Like you guys saw where I was in college. I was streaming with you guys. That's what I did. 8:30 a.m. until 4. Don't get your hopes up. I'm never doing that again. That sucked. That sucked. That was so hard. 8:30 a.m. until 4, man. Oh, that was a schedule and a half. Welcome, Jose. Get ready to wait for the best trades in the market. They will happen over and over and are so exciting. The hardest part, waiting for the next one. There you go, Romeo. Yeah, I'll throw the link for you guys in the live chat too. Again, use code August. That'll get you first month 50% off. Make sure you guys hop in though before August ends because prices are going to be going up in September and you're going to want to lock in the lower rate for the price increase. Those were fun times. Not for me, man. Not for me. That was rough. So CELH doesn't look like it wants to do it. It's probably going to hit the bottom side of the range here. Google's still holding really well. Market's just bleeding out. Hospitals are most of your healthcare costs are going? Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. There's a lot of things that you could change about the way things work that could make things a lot better, you know? The lizard meme. I love the lizard meme, man. So I'm really just hunting Google here. Really hunting Google. What are yields doing today? Nothing. Where's the dollar? It's back up. Nothing crazy. To hop in for the 19th of September. Losing much? Here's the thing. You should not be trading any options. Zero. And you should also never, this is the other thing, never, even me that hands out the best trades in the market all the time to everybody, don't just blindly follow people on the internet. Remember, like what I talk about with everybody in the group, it's not about following. It's not about the money you make. It's about learning the skills and the process to be able to extract money out of the market for the rest of your life. So there are a lot of things that I'm looking at right now, but if you don't understand the exact thought process behind what I'm doing and go through those learning curriculum videos, I would just literally don't touch anything, don't trade options, buy the index, and just don't worry about it. Like I had a message today from somebody in on Twitter, and they were like, "Hey, can you help me with something weird that happened on Robinhood? Like I sold these puts, and I shouldn't have gotten exercised, but I did because price was so far away." And I read through it, and the stock was I think it was trading at 6, and they sold the 950 strike, and I was like, "You sold in the money puts. You're gonna get exercised." Well, I don't like. A lot of the mistakes that people make come from a lack of education of what they're actually doing. That's why I have that video. So if you guys are unfamiliar with options, go into the day trading mastery course and just watch the what are options video. Glad you finally pulled the trigger and joined. Jose, there you go. Why is Trump saying fire Intel CEO? Quite honestly, I don't know. And a lot of the things that Trump says these days, I really don't listen to. Even tariffs. I just don't care. Everybody is talking about these things. It's just great. Okay, so are we going to have another crazy March, April? No. Okay, so we might pull back to prior all-time highs. Trump's going to say what he's going to say, and I'm just sitting here very unbothered. I'm just I don't care. He's going to do what he's going to do. But losing much. Hopefully that makes sense to you. It's you got to understand the exact process and approach to the market. And don't be listening to what random people say on the internet. I know you're in here, which is good, but 99% of the people that you're going to listen to are complete idiots. Sometimes I say dumb things too. Options are what confuses you the most, and that's where I see the big gains. Yeah, Jesse, was that you yesterday asking about options? In the group with us? Was that you asking yesterday? Yeah, I know they sound complex. Again, I think I say it in the videos too. It's paper trade shares, paper trade the options just to see how they move. But again, sizing for 0. You have a $10,000 account, you're only going to be putting $100 into a trade. Celsius still okay to be in? It hasn't hit the bottom side of the range, so technically. It doesn't look like it's going to play out, but that's the thing with post-earnings. They're either going to run multi-hundred, multi-thousand%, or they're going to go to zero. That's how they work. That's why I'm so strict with talking with you guys every single day, especially during earnings season, about sizing. It's like, you got to be very careful. But yeah, fine. I mean, it's technically fine right now. Yeah, and that's why I said earlier today, I was like, yeah, I barely have anything in that. If it goes, great. But, like, I'm going to just hold that. And if it rips, great. If it doesn't, okay. The day trading course, yeah. Jesse, I would not do that until you have a really good grasp on what we're doing in with the swing trading. Because that's like 99% of what we do. Like, you're going to see people go in and you're going to see some pretty disgusting day trades where they're bottom and top ticking things with the strategy in there that I give you. But in general, like, that's just there for, like, you guys to just have it, you know? Yeah, lose it. Okay. It will, you got a nice little pop here. I mean, again, Google, I'm still hunting this. I really like this chart, man. This is getting me googly-eyed. Pun intended. But yeah, the Waller coming out and being the front runner for the Fed chair, not surprising, but very interesting. Yeah, the whole thing about Trump signing an executive order that aims to allow private equity, real estate, cryptocurrency, and other alternative investments in 401ks. On the private equity side, it's exit liquidity. Private equity is having some issues right now. Without going to the day traders course? Well, yes, but that's why I say, like, when you guys ask, I'm like, well, the video is in there. Because that was the first series that I gave for you guys, because everybody's always like, I want to day trade. And it's like, all right, well, if you want to do it, here's the way to do it. It's just like kind of how we were talking about this morning with, like, where I saw people that were like, oh, I bought this up before earnings. And it's like, AMD's up over 7%. Oh, my. Look at us here, man. What am I up today on the big boy accounts? Oh, I gotta freaking log in again. It's gotta be a lot. Ooh. But it's like what we talked about this morning, where I was like, I mean, don't do it, but, like, if you're gonna be a degenerate, this is how you do it with some math behind you. You know? So, Google's really my favorite thing that I'm looking at here. That's it. That's it. And Meta. Google and Meta. Log in all the time. Yeah. Market just drilling here. Google holding up really well. I like it. I like it. It's BS. AMD ripping. Where's Novo? How's that doing? Did that thing give it back? Man, still looks good. Still looks good. Ooh, you guys slacking on the like button a little today. We're almost at 100, but we do have that 200 like goal. Oh, so tomorrow is public live day, so I'll be live at 9:15 for you guys. So you guys all get to hop into the normal stream tomorrow. But yeah, in the group, you get all the, like, the 2 full-length educational course curriculum series. You get the daily private live streams, the pre-market plans, the full watch list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do. I'm just going to keep giving you guys the best trades in the market. I don't know. I seriously don't know how many more 1,000% trades you guys need to see. I mean, there's, 4 of them in the last 3 weeks? Been your bread and butter? Yeah, I really do like it here. There's been some interesting stuff. Like, this is a really nasty one. The only problem is we're a little close to earnings. This looks really good, though. we got some news coming through here. Nope. Russia's Putin met India's national security advisor Doval. Interesting. So, I want the Google. I really do. I think that has the potential to be the next bit. That's why I said on Twitter that could be the next big 1,000%er. Oh, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter yet, some of you guys might think you do from the old Twitter account, but this is the new Twitter account. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter. There's, what the? Error. Try again. What? There it is. There it is. Yeah, slow day. Kind of slow last 2 weeks. Well, not really. I mean, dude, I feel like we're spoiled. We're so spoiled. 1,000%ers almost every week for the last 4 weeks. It's been fun. It's been really fun. And seeing you guys make these games is great. It's just going to keep getting better. Google's still holding on here. I mean, it's in the 197s. We'll see what happens going into the end of this week, but Google might be a next week idea. Also, we didn't even talk about the fireworks outside my window last night. That was crazy. Oh, I should start a YouTube channel? Dude, Romeo. Dude, I should pay you, man. I should pay you to be my assistant. I should start a YouTube channel. That would be a great idea. That would be such a good idea for me to start a YouTube channel, talk about stocks, show you guys how to make the most epic trades in the market, man. I really should do that. Dude, that was a good idea. Alright, yeah, ANET doesn't look like it wants to follow through there. Novo, yeah, well, AMD actually, hold on. You could get a post-earnings consolidation set up here. Like, if this thing flatlines, yeah, but then you're going to be close to NVIDIA earnings, and that's going to be a little funky. But yeah, make sure you guys are following me over there on Twitter. If you're not, you should be. I put some freebies on there a lot of the time. Mind blown. When am I starting my YouTube channel? I don't know, man. Probably soon. Probably soon, you know? Need to invite some here for you? All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks. I really appreciate it, guys. I really should start a YouTube channel. You know what would be awesome, too? If we monetize the YouTube channel. I can't believe YouTube did that to me. I can't believe it, man. I'm so shocked. I've never heard of that happening. Ever. I tweeted at YouTube, too. I was like, guys, look, these are all in the last, 2 weeks. 1,000% gains. They're right here. I'm not just saying it. We have hundreds of people in the Discord talking about, they're hitting them, too. What did I do? They canceled me. Discord's still waiting. They canceled me, guys. It's crazy. I can't believe they did that. They were like, nope, demonetize. And I was like, what? For that? I've behaved so well over the years on YouTube, guys. So well. The streams, the video, everything. And that's what did it? Me talking about the results of the group. That's what got it? Wow. I've seen some way crazier things on YouTube before. People saying some crazy stuff. And me talking about making everybody crap loads of money is what did it. YouTube. What are we going to do with you? Google's still holding on. Looks nasty. All right, is there anything coming through the news feed that is anything helpful? No. Yeah, well, I mean, who knows, man? It's not like I care. Still getting more views than like everybody out there that was in that old, look, what do you call it? I think I'm probably the only one in the whole entire thing back in the day that like actually knew what they were talking about. Gabe knew what he was talking about. I think it was just me and Gabe. Oh, and Matt. Matt knew what he was talking about. That's it, though. It was us three. Then everybody was like, no, I'm going to go listen to this. I think people still talk about it. I have no, like... I thought it was funny, too, where people were like, oh, that made you. And then, like, last year, I was just like, all right, well, just because I want to, I'm going to go take over Instagram. And then had, like, a bunch of videos get over 1 million views. And, like, I was like, yep, sure. Cool story. I could do it again. It just attracts the wrong eyeballs. Like, I don't want the day trading idiots on my page, you know? I want the people that are smart, want to talk about the market, want to learn, swing trade over day trade, understand why that's better, you know? I don't want to be banging my head against the wall every single day. You guys make me do that enough. Imagine everybody talking about 1 minute time frames all the time. I would jump out into the water. There would be no more group, no more streams, no nothing. I would never even get to create my YouTube channel. AMD on a ripper. I want to see that thing back at 200. That'd be nice. That'd be pretty cool to see AMD back at 200. I'm not touching my AMD position anymore. I'm letting that thing go. I'm letting that bad boy cook. The 1 second is life. The 1 second time frame. We did that once, didn't we? I can put it on the 1 second time frame. We can just have an aneurysm. Oh. Ah. Ah. I think we did this one time, right? Where I just like threw a setup on there and I was like, 1 for 1. We're not looking at that anymore. Get that out of here. Let's see. Oh. I feel like, ooh, I actually probably could talk about this now. I was tired of being the only one marketing and then having to basically explain that like everything all the time is not what we should be doing and we should focus on other things and then being like, that's a bad idea. I was just like, I'm tired of this. I was like, we're not going to listen or all work together. I was like, I don't need to do this. You know? It's fine though. I think they're doing well. Good for them. David, thank you, buddy. Yeah, no hard feelings though. Like, I don't care. It was just business, man. That's all it was. Let's see. Google's still holding on really well here. You like not having to stare at the chart all day? I like that too. I don't like staring at the chart all day. It's never too late to buy shares in a good company. Yep, it is actually. Don't. Oh. Nope, it is actually. Actually, it is. Dude, I want Google, man. Worked out fantastic for you. Yeah, Romeo, you're like the 1000% hunter over here. I actually haven't seen too many from you recently. You've been letting everybody else have the good 1000%ers too. I've seen a lot. I mean, I could go in community gains right now and like, what was it? There's 277% Walmart, 270% Walmart, 1,125% Walmart. That's just it. 300% Walmart. That's epic. Okay, that was Miguel. That's still Miguel. What else we got here? RKT 100%, 220% RKT. What else we got? RKT was a good post-earnings move. eBay, that was a good one, making it free. CVS cold nailed that for over 250%. That was good. I think this is now where we're getting into the craziness of like what we were doing in those 2 weeks. AEO 137%. Those actually ended up running over 900. Yeah, 2,575% DNUT, 237% Novo. It's just ridiculous. 1,694% DNUT, 1,441% DNUT. 1,000% DNUT, 1,100. I mean, these are 3,600% DNUT. Like, these are ridiculous, guys. That's the LTMP way. Made a huge difference for you. You were really struggling. Yeah. Swing trading's better for most people. The way that I've taught you guys to operate in the market is anybody can do it. Like, that's why I say I can teach a 4-year-old to do it, because I really could. Did I ever buy Target? No. No, I did not buy Target. AEO on the thing. Yeah, but Matt, you were, I don't know, what was it, like 985%? We can round that up to 1,000. You're a slow learner and you're almost there. Yeah, it's very simple. That's why it works so well for everybody, because it doesn't like, it's not difficult to learn. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. It gave you a bad fill. Oh, that's no fun. Let's see. Interesting day. I'm just waiting around for Google. Come on. Come on, buddy. If the market just tanks from here, though, and Google invalidates, I'm going to be a little upset. Because then I just have to sit here on my hands, you know? Which is fine. That's the name of the game. Sitting there on your hands, not touching things, you know? Ooh, MSOS is moving back up. That's nice for those of you guys still in that. Let's see, what else? Where's Dix today? Dix down. What the heck happened to that? Pfizer. I'm just looking through stuff that I've searched in the past. Where's Wally today? Wally's down. Wally's down, but that was, I mean, you guys got an epic move on. I mean, I think over the last week, I forget. There definitely was a crazy trade last week. I just forget what it was. This week was the 1,100% Walmart. Last week, I forget if there was a crazy one. I mean, we had eBay 100% on post earnings, but like that's, I know it sounds crazy, like, oh, 100%, not like, but that's kind of the norm. It's like, well, we hit some crazy one. So, If the market conditions are good, Google's going to be the next one. With how well it's holding today, with just how it looks on the chart, like that thing, if it goes, that's going to be good. But yeah, you guys have the link to hop in. Make sure you guys do that. I mean, it's make sure you guys do that before the end of August. The link is pinned to the top of the live chat. Here is, I'll throw it in the live chat here for you guys too. Make sure you guys use code August. It's literally $1 a day for your first month. It's actually slightly less than $1 a day. D-Nut was last week? No, D-Nut was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, D-Nut was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Google's starting to slip there a little, but nothing crazy. AMD still looks good. Yields are down. I mean, this is just a random sell day, I think. Yeah, it was slow. Where's Facebook? Facebook? That still looks good. I still like that. We got a lot of potential good setups, guys. But if they don't fire, they don't fire. We just keep waiting, you know? Jose, so don't hesitate to join, guys. This guy is worth it, and the community in the group is very active. Jose, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I get a lot of questions too where it's like, oh, I work a job, can I do this? It's like, yeah, but so does everybody else in the group. Like, they can do it. As long as you have the alert set and you have a good understanding of the system, even if you've got to trade shares, if not, you can size for zero on the options, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You can pay attention to the streams every now and then. Just again, you got to be aware. If you're not going to be able to be on your phone, you probably shouldn't be trading at that time. Social Security. Yeah. They really should have not invested. Well, what do they have? Bonds? If they just bought the S&P, we'd be crushing. But no. Too much risk. Which doesn't really make sense. It's like you have a fund of like money for Americans. It's like you probably want to be betting on America, don't you? I don't know, guys. There's so many problems with the system. There's almost too many to solve. And then you have these politicians and people that get too wound up in politics, and you're just like, stop. They're all bad. Nobody's going to do anything. Like, they're all bad. Not even bad, just like ineffective. So that's kind of the way I would look at it. They're just ineffective. There's nothing that they can really do, you know? They can create policy that makes us money. It's kind of how we look at it, you know? I hate on these days too, like these candles freak me out. Like the daily candle on ES here with the big move up overnight coming into open, and then they just drill it like you've had a lot of these recently, and I don't like them. It's just, they're not great for like overall sustained market trend. Like that's kind of why I want a move down to like the prior all-time highs, and then you can start reverting back to the upside. Because like this chop at the highs is going to be annoying, you know? It's going to be very annoying. That's why we're hunting those post-earnings so much. Because you really just need one. The LMND one was good. Google's still holding even with the market at the lows, guys. I like that. Like even though it's just flat today, that's showing some real big strength here across the board. Really is. So it could always lose it by the end of the day, but like that's fine because we're still going to be hunting for that break of like what is it, 198.70? That's what I'm looking for on Google. It's a little bit of an early entry. The clear confirmed one is obviously going to be above here, which is 199 basically. So what do you mean sizing for zero? Your position size is your risk. So with options, if you have a $10,000 account and you want to risk 1%, you're only putting $100 into the trade. If you want to risk 2%, which is kind of the max you want to go, you can put $200 into the trade, and that's it. That's sizing for zero. Very simple. All right, guys. It's 11:45. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this stream today. All of you guys that are hopping into the LTMP community, welcome. We're going to get you guys going in the right direction. First step, watch those learning curriculum videos. That's going to get you guys up to speed. If you have any questions on anything that's in there, just ask. Also, for those of you guys that have hopped in, I will never message you on Discord, and I will never respond to your messages on Discord. There are a lot of scam accounts out there, so if you want to just message me directly, use Instagram or Twitter. So I might be able to get a YouTube video off for you guys later today. I'm going to try. We'll see. But other than that, guys, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all, because tomorrow's public live day. I'll see you all at 9:15 tomorrow. Other than that, folks, have a great rest of your day. Peace.